jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold.
15 rock legends who became jokes in seconds. Decades building legendary careers. One moment changed everything. Sometimes a single incident, one bad decision, or one wrong move turned icons into punchlines overnight. These are 15 rock and pop legends who became jokes in seconds. Number 15, John Lennon.
Carry all the world, you.
The Beatles conquered the world by 1966, selling over 75 million records in just 6 years. Then, a London Evening Standard interview published Lennon's casual observation: "We're more popular than Jesus now." British readers barely reacted. 5 months later, American teen magazine Datebook reprinted the quote. The reaction was instant and explosive.
Keep that production, he got walrus gumboot.
Radio stations across the American South organized Beatles record burnings. Death threats poured in. The Ku Klux Klan picketed concerts. Beatles albums were publicly destroyed in bonfires throughout the Bible Belt.
When I touch you, I feel happy.
Lennon apologized at a Chicago press conference in August 1966, explaining the comment was taken out of context. The controversy eventually faded, but for weeks, the world's biggest band became targets of genuine hatred.
When I was young, so much younger than today, never needed.
One offhand remark had transformed Beatlemania into a referendum on blasphemy, proving even legends weren't immune to instant public backlash. Number 14, Bob Dylan.
Loyalty is not to me, but to the stars above.
Folk purists worshipped him as their acoustic prophet. Newport Folk Festival, July 25, 1965. Dylan walked on stage with a Fender Stratocaster and an electric band. The moment Mike Bloomfield's guitar roared through Maggie's farm, the audience erupted in boos. Folk legend Pete Seeger reportedly tried cutting the sound cables with an axe.
For the servants of our man and God and law, everybody says he's the...
The performance lasted barely 15 minutes before Dylan left the stage. Festival organizers were furious. Folk magazines condemned him as a sellout. Fans who'd elevated him to spokesman of a generation status felt personally betrayed.
Love is all there is. It makes the world go round.
Dylan had committed folk music heresy, bringing Babylon's electric poison to sacred acoustic ground. The irony? Like a Rolling Stone would hit. Number 2 on Billboard within weeks, and Highway 61 Revisited would revolutionize rock music.
Love and follow his direction.
The booze eventually became a badge of honor, but that night in Newport, America's folk hero became a traitor in seconds. Number 13, Jim Morrison.
China, we could only lose, and our love become a funeral part.
The Doors ruled FM radio in 1969. Light My Fire had hit number 1. 3 albums had gone gold. Then came March 1st, 1969, at Miami's Dinner Key Auditorium. Morrison arrived drunk. The show descended into chaos as he taunted the crowd, removed his shirt, and allegedly exposed himself on stage. Nobody's certain what actually happened, but the damage was immediate and catastrophic. Within days, Morrison faced 6 criminal charges, including indecent exposure and public profanity. The Doors' upcoming concerts were canceled across America. 27 cities banned them outright. Radio stations pulled their music. Elektra Records distanced themselves from the scandal. Morrison had transformed from poetic rock shaman into obscene public menace in one drunken performance. He was eventually convicted of profanity and open profanity in September 1970, though the exposure charge was dropped. The Miami incident haunted him until his death in Paris 16 months later, turning rock's Lizard King into a cautionary tale. Number 12, Sting.
Don't forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk.
The Police broke up in 1984 after selling over 40 million albums worldwide. Sting's solo career flourished, multiple Grammys, sophisticated jazz-influenced albums. Then came an interview discussing his marriage to actress Trudy Styler. Sting casually mentioned their tantric sex practices, claiming sessions lasted up to 8 hours. The comment went global instantly.
Sometimes it's not so easy to be the truth.
Late-night comedians feasted on the material. Jay Leno and David Letterman turned Sting into a recurring punchline. The sophisticated musician became synonymous with pretentious celebrity excess. Even fellow musicians mocked him. The tantric sex comment overshadowed his musical accomplishments for years.
You don't have to put on the red rock sign.
Every interview circled back to it. Every profile mentioned it. Sting later admitted he'd been joking, and the whole thing was exaggerated, but the damage persisted. One attempt at honest intimacy about his personal life had transformed him from a respected artist into the butt of 1,000 late-night monologues. The joke followed him throughout the 90s.
A year has passed since I wrote my note.
Before we get to the top 11, which moment shocked you most? Ever seen a legend's reputation collapse in real time? Drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. Number 11, the Monkees. Four photogenic guys assembled for a television comedy in 1966. The show became a phenomenon. Their albums topped charts worldwide. I'm a Believer sold over 10 million copies. Last Train to Clarksonville hit number 1. Then the music press revealed the uncomfortable truth.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
The Monkees didn't play instruments on their own records. Session musicians recorded everything. The revelation turned them into industry laughingstock overnight. Critics who'd tolerated the manufactured TV band now savaged them as frauds. Serious musicians dismissed them. The Saturday Evening Post ran a damaging expose in October 1967. Fans felt betrayed. The band themselves were humiliated, having been kept out of the studio by producer Don Kirshner. They eventually fought for and won creative control, proving their musical legitimacy on later albums. But the Prefab 4 label stuck. One revelation had transformed chart-topping pop stars into symbols of everything wrong with manufactured music. Number 10, Billy Squier. Rock radio owned him in the early 80s. The Stroke hit number 3. Don't Say No sold over 3 million copies. Everybody Wants You dominated FM airwaves. Then, September 1984 brought the Rock Me Tonight music video. Squier had hired director Kenny Ortega for a visual spectacle. What aired on MTV destroyed his career in 3 minutes. The video featured Squier in a pink tank top performing awkward dance moves and writhing on a bed while ripping his shirt. MTV played it constantly. The rocker's blue-collar audience reacted with horror and mockery. Album sales for Signs of Life collapsed. Concert attendance evaporated. Hard rock fans who'd packed arenas suddenly abandoned him completely. One video erased years of credibility. Squier later called it the biggest mistake of my career. Producer Tony Bongiovi confirmed it. That video killed him dead. A guitarist who'd toured with Queen became a punchline because of 3 minutes of bad choreography. Number 9, Sinead O'Connor. Nothing Compares to You spent 4 weeks at number 1 in 1990, selling over 7 million copies worldwide. Her album I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got went quadruple platinum. Then came October 3, 1992, during her Saturday Night Live performance. After singing Bob Marley's War a cappella, O'Connor held up a photograph of Pope John Paul II, tore it into pieces, and said, "Fight the real enemy." NBC's phone lines flooded with complaints. The Catholic League organized protests. Frank Sinatra publicly condemned her. Radio stations banned her music. 2 weeks later, she was booed off stage at Madison Square Garden during a Bob Dylan tribute concert. Her American career effectively ended. O'Connor was protesting Catholic Church child abuse, issues later proven horrifyingly real. But 1992, America wasn't ready.
You've been gone, I can do whatever I want.
One SNL appearance transformed a chart-topping artist into persona non grata. The performance became more famous than her music. Before we continue, which of these incidents do you remember happening? Did these moments change how you saw these artists? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Number 8. Dixie Chicks.
I'm ready to back down. I'm still mad as hell and I don't have time.
The Texas trio dominated country music by 2003. They'd sold over 30 million albums. Wide Open Spaces went 12 times platinum. Home won 4 Grammys in 2003. 10 days later, March 10, 2003, everything changed during a London concert.
Makes you bolder. Children get older.
Lead singer Natalie Maines told the Shepherd's Bush, Empire Crowd, "We're ashamed the President of the United States is from Texas." The Iraq War had just begun. Country radio instantly blacklisted them. Stations organized CD smashing parties. Death threats poured in. The Dixie Chicks received more airplay backlash than any act in country history. Former fans burned their albums. Corporate sponsors dropped them. One comment had transformed country music's biggest act into traitors. They were banned from country radio for over a decade. The Chicks eventually won back respect and more Grammys. But that London comment ended their country music dominance permanently. 15 words had destroyed relationships with an entire format. Number 7. Cat Stevens.
Time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy.
The British singer-songwriter sold over 60 million albums with gentle folk pop like Wild World, Peace Train, and Morning Has Broken. Then he converted to Islam in 1977, changed his name to Yusuf Islam, and largely retired from music.
To feel my arms around you. Just feel my arms around you.
In February 1989, Iran's Ayatollah Khomeini issued a fatwa calling for author Salman Rushdie's death over the satanic verses. Television reporters asked Yusuf Islam his opinion. He agreed with the fatwa, saying Rushdie must be killed according to Islamic law. The backlash was immediate and devastating. Radio stations pulled his entire catalog. Record stores removed his albums.
It's breaking my heart in two because I never want to see you sad, girl.
Benefit organizations he'd supported cut ties. The former peace and love troubadour was now advocating murder. He later claimed his comments were misunderstood and taken out of context, but the damage persisted for decades.
And I believe it could be. Someday it's going to come.
One interview response had transformed a beloved, gentle soul into someone endorsing execution. Cat Stevens' legacy became permanently complicated by that moment. Number 6. Ashlee Simpson.
When I hit that bottom crash, you're all I had.
Jessica Simpson's younger sister had genuine success by 2004. Her debut album, Autobiography, sold over 5 million copies. Pieces of Me hit number 5 on Billboard. MTV's Ashlee Simpson show made her a household name. Then came October 21st, 2004, her second Saturday Night Live appearance. The performance became one of television's most infamous moments. Simpson's band started playing Pieces of Me, while her vocal track for Autobiography played over the speakers. Her lips weren't moving, but her voice was singing. Caught in an obvious lip-sync failure, Simpson did an awkward jig, then walked off stage. The show cut to commercial. She blamed acid reflux and her band. Nobody bought it.
I was stuck inside someone else's life and always second best.
The incident went viral before viral was a thing. Her credibility as a live performer vanished instantly. Though she continued releasing albums, the SNL disaster followed her forever. One technical malfunction had exposed her and destroyed her image as an authentic rocker.
When I hit that bottom crash, you're all I had.
Halfway through our countdown, which incident surprised you most? Did any of these moments happen before you were born? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Grace Slick. Jefferson Airplane evolved into Jefferson Starship, scoring massive hits like Miracles and Count on Me. By 1978, Grace Slick was rock royalty, the voice behind White Rabbit and Somebody to Love. Then came a concert in Hamburg, Germany. Slick arrived extremely drunk. What happened next horrified everyone. She performed a Nazi salute and yelled pro-Hitler comments at the German audience. The concert immediately ended. The band apologized profusely. German authorities banned Jefferson Starship from the country. Slick, who'd built a reputation as a counterculture icon, had just glorified fascism in the country that had suffered under it most. She later explained she'd been making a point about blind nationalism gone wrong, but delivered it drunk and incomprehensibly. One gesture had gotten an entire band banned from a major European market and turned a rock goddess into an international embarrassment. The incident haunted her reputation for years. Number 4. Yoko Ono. Her marriage to John Lennon made her the most famous woman in rock by 1970, but also the most controversial. Many blamed her for the Beatles' breakup. Then came the Chuck Berry Rock and Roll Revival Show, televised in 1972. Berry performed Memphis, Tennessee with Lennon on guitar. Mid-song, Yoko grabbed a microphone and unleashed a session of primal screaming over Berry's classic rock and roll. Berry's face showed complete bewilderment and disgust. The performance became infamous. Television audiences watched in horror. What was already skeptical tolerance for Yoko's avant-garde art turned into open ridicule. The clip has been viewed millions of times, always with the same reaction. What was she thinking?
Imagine all the people.
That performance cemented her reputation as a talentless hanger-on riding Lennon's fame. Decades later, critics have reassessed her experimental music more kindly, but that Chuck Berry performance remains Exhibit A for those who see her as rock music's ultimate punchline. Number 3. Jethro Tull.
Oh, I'd love to love you and love you. There's no one.
The British progressive rock band had sold millions with albums like Aqualung and Thick as a brick. By 1989, they were respected elder statesmen of art rock. Then came the first ever Grammy Award for hard rock heavy metal performance on February 22, 1989. Nominees included Metallica for And Justice for All, AC/DC, Iggy Pop, and Jane's Addiction. Jethro Tull won for Crest of a Knave. The arena erupted in confused laughter and boos. Metallica's Lars Ulrich sat stunned. Nobody considered Jethro Tull a metal band. They played flutes. The award instantly became a joke, proof the Recording Academy understood nothing about heavy metal. Tull frontman Ian Anderson later accepted with self-deprecating humor, but the damage was done. One Grammy transformed them from progressive rock innovators into symbols of out-of-touch award show incompetence. Even Anderson admitted the win was absurd. The moment remains the most ridiculed Grammy decision in rock history.
When it feels a business craving, steam breaking on his...
Almost there. Before we reveal the top 2, which scandal shocked you most? Have you forgiven any of these artists? Share your thoughts below. Number 2. Vanilla Ice.
And you wanna step with this? Shape plays on the fade, sauce like a ninja, cut like a razor blade.
Ice Ice Baby became the first hip-hop single to top the Billboard Hot 100, staying at number 1 for 16 weeks in 1990-91. His album To the Extreme sold over 15 million copies worldwide.
Get mine, got 0 with a gauge, vanilla with a 9, ready for the jumps on the wall.
The white rapper from Dallas seemed unstoppable. Then journalists started investigating his background claims. Everything unraveled spectacularly. Vanilla Ice had claimed a rough street background, gang affiliations, and surviving a stabbing. Reporters discovered he'd actually grown up middle class in suburban Texas. His real name was Robert Van Winkle. He'd attended a private school. The entire bad boy persona was fabricated.
Yeah, quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped-up tempo.
Worse, Queen and David Bowie sued him for stealing Under Pressure for Ice Ice Baby without credit. Ice initially denied the sample, then admitted it. His credibility evaporated. MTV stopped playing his videos. His second album flopped miserably.
And now, bro, to the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and watch a jump like a candle.
One investigative report had exposed a manufactured image and destroyed pop, music's biggest crossover success practically overnight. Number 1. Milli Vanilli. Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan won the Best New Artist Grammy in February 1990. Their debut, Girl You Know It's True, sold over 10 million copies. Blame It on the Rain hit number 1. 3 other singles reached the top 5.
My day, and that's also true. Together we are one, separated we are two. To make it all.
Then producer Frank Farian made a devastating admission in November 1990. The duo never sang a note on their album. Session singers recorded everything. The backlash was nuclear. The Recording Academy revoked their Grammy, the only time that's ever happened. Their label deleted the album from catalogs. Fans filed lawsuits demanding refunds.
Wanna spend my life with you.
Pilatus and Morvan went from Grammy winners to industry pariahs overnight. The name Milli Vanilli became synonymous with fraud. Rob Pilatus never recovered emotionally, dying of an overdose in 1998 at age 32.
Up on your skin, it lightens up my day, and that's also true. Together we are one, separated we are two.
One revelation destroyed 2 careers and created music's ultimate cautionary tale. No moment in pop history transformed triumph into humiliation more completely. Grammy winners one day, permanent punchlines the next.